Hello, welcome to Fraser Brown Solicitors. Top 5 legal tips to help your business thrive by franchising. I'm Fiona Boswell. I head up the franchising and commercial team at Fraser Brown Solicitors, and we do a lot of work with new businesses that are considering franchising. There are a number of key points that you should consider if this is something that you want to do. Firstly, protect your brand. Your brand is the key asset in franchising your business. It is really important that your brand is distinctive and capable of registration as a trademark. The protection point is really important because you won't be able to have strong rights to defend your brand if it isn't a registered trademark. So it is vital that you choose a brand that is distinctive, i.e. not descriptive of what you do, and that you register it where you intend to franchise. Now that requires you to actually make an application to the Intellectual Property Office to register your trademark. That's something that we can help you with, or you can do yourself, but it is something that you should investigate doing if you want to consider franchising your business. So when I say non-descriptive, I mean not calling your business the door company if you sell doors, for example. The kind of brands that are good and capable of registration are brands like Apple or Kodak, i.e. brands that don't describe what you actually do. So firstly, protect your brand. Secondly, protect your business. Hopefully you will be an established business with a proven system and way of operating before you consider franchising. That is the best business model for franchising a business. So assuming that you are a proven business, that will mean that you have a fully operational business that is already doing quite well. And before you think about franchising it, you should protect that business from its franchise operation by ring fencing. One of the ways in which to do that is to set up a new company that essentially operates your franchise. That way, you protect your existing business from anything that might happen with your franchised business. And it's important that you consider doing this from the outset and not later on. In terms of ring fencing, there are other issues that you should also consider. For example, you will need to actually build up a new operational team for your business because franchising takes a lot out of you in terms of your time and actually the energy that you'll need to put into franchising your business. So before you consider franchising, you should also put in place an operational team for your existing business so that can continue to run as well. So, secondly, protect your business. Third point that you need to consider is actually sorting out your contracts. This is vital because the franchising process is actually documented in the form of legal contracts. Those contracts are a suite of startup contracts that effectively define the relationship between you and your franchisee. There are a number of contracts that you will require as part of the process. Firstly, a pilot contract, which is the franchise legal contract between you and the franchisee and sets out your respective obligations. These tend to be quite heavily weighted in favour of the business that is franchising, namely the franchisor. But again, it is a key document that you will require as part of your franchise package. Other documents and contracts that you will actually need from the outset are a sort of deposit contract. That is vital because it means that the franchisee will need to give you some commitment to franchising and their interest in being part of your brand as a franchisee. The franchise brand is a key asset, as I've mentioned previously, and having a deposit contract and a pilot contract, supply contracts, and also other key documentation in place is vital for your franchise to operate effectively and properly. So that's point 3, sort out your contracts. Point 4, check your marketing materials. In franchising, it's really important that you don't promise what you can't deliver in your actual marketing materials. So from a financial perspective or otherwise, it's important that your marketing materials don't overstate what you are capable of as a franchised business. And in particular, when you start out, you won't necessarily have many operational franchise units to base any figures or projections or ideas of what somebody could earn from operating a franchise on. So these need to be very carefully drafted and worded, and there are laws that apply to the way in which you can describe your business. So you should check out your marketing materials very carefully. So that's point 4. Check your marketing materials. And finally, point 5, think with the end in mind. This is a really key point from the outset. As with any business model, if you're considering franchising your business, then you should also have in place and give some thought to your exit plan. Think from the very start about how you want to structure the business, how long you're going to think about operating the franchise, and when you will want to dispose of it. These are all key factors in structuring your business properly. So think with the exit in mind. This comes into play both in the operation of your franchise, how you structure it from a property perspective, and how you think about what your rights would be when your franchise comes to an end. So finally, 5th point, think with the end in mind. So thank you for listening to our 5 top tips on how to successfully franchise your business.